Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at drop-down lists in Excel. I've created a 3-part series in drop-down lists with differing levels of difficulty, and this is level 2 where we're creating a dynamic drop-down list. Now a drop-down list is simply a cell that you select which has limited values in here, and you can only choose those values, and it has a little drop-down arrow, and you can see quite clearly that this one is referencing this color list in column K. Now the problem with level 1, and I'll go back to level 1 quickly, is again you have this drop down list that's referencing this color list, but if you add a new color to this color list, it doesn't automatically put it into this drop down. You have to go back into our data tab and reallocate the data list and the data validation. However, in drop down list level 2, you can see here with our color list, there's the 6 colors that we have in this list, but if we add in yellow, let's add in a few more, brown, purple, and we go back to our data validation drop down list, those colors are automatically put in the list without having to do any more referencing. So I'm going to show you how this is done, and let's get started. So to do this, we are going to go to our drop-down working tab and show you from scratch. Now the first thing you need to do is create a reference list for your drop-down. Our drop-down is going to be here in N3, and this is going to be our reference list here in column K. So we'll get all the colors, so I simply copy the colors from my table and paste here in column K. I'm going to go into the data tab, go to remove duplicates. Yes, this is the list I want to remove duplicates from, and press OK, and now we've got our list of colors. First thing I'm going to do is go back into the data tab, go to data validation, and under settings and allow, I'm going to select list, and the source of this list is going to be our unique color list. Press the arrow, press OK, and now we've got our data validation list. But if I add some new colors to this list, say yellow, because Barry Hall sold a new yellow truck, we now need yellow in this list. So I go to this drop down list and yellow's not there. So I can go back into the data validation, select the buttons, reselect my source, and bring down yellow. Handy if it's only once, but if you do this over and over again, we want a better solution. So we're going to use the name manager. So this time I'm going to select all the colors in column K, and within the name box over here, I'm going to give this a name, and now I'm going to call this unique color. And press OK. So now I'm going to go back into my data validation, and I'll select the cell N3 and go back into the data validation, and instead of the source being K3 to K8, I'm going to call this unique color and press enter. So now it's selecting all the colors including yellow. But it doesn't stop there, unfortunately. When we type in another color, say there's another bit of information, this drop down list still only goes down to yellow rather than the all the way down to purple. So to do this and fix this up, we're going to go into the formulas tab, and we're going to go into name manager. So where we had unique color as one of the names, I have other names here, so don't worry about that, but unique color, and it's actually referencing K3 to K9. Now we don't want that to happen. We want it to be a dynamic list, and to make this a dynamic list, we're going to use the offset formula. So please follow along. Equals offset. So this is where the unique color name manager is using this formula. So equals offset. I'm going to select the first value of this cell list, of this color list, and I don't want to go down any rows, so I'm going to select 0. I don't want to go across any rows, so I'm going to select 0 again, and I'm also going to count how many rows we have of information. So we'll use the count A formula. That's a formula that counts anything with something in the cell. And I'll use the whole cell reference. Now this is so we can add more and more colors or things down the list, which will automatically update. I'll close the brackets there. I am going to -1. And the reason for that is we've got a heading in there, which we don't want to include in this list. And then press (1) to finish the formula. Close brackets. So if we close this now, we've got the drop down list which didn't have purple in it before, and now it's got a dynamic name range. It now includes purple. So we can again add more products down the list. Purple, light blue, and now this drop down list will update with light blue and brown, and all the other colors that we had in there dynamically. Again, if we delete a whole bunch of colors and we just have the top 3, it's just showing the top 3 in that dynamic list. So that's really, really handy. Definitely good if you're using a whole bunch of drop-down lists and they need to be updated frequently. And I'll just quickly show you level 3 in case you want to go to that next video and get your skills to that next level even further with these drop-down lists. Oh, and just before I go and show you a little tidbit of level 3 and what the video is going to be about, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see me make some more videos, and also throw a comment in there if you want me to explain something else that you're having trouble with. Now I'll quickly go down to the tab on drop-down list level 3, and what this does is it's an automatic list and it updates purely from your raw data. You don't need to do anything else than use a macro to update your list. So you can see here, for example, the color list is silver to blue, and the product list is our 5 typical products that we sell. But if we add a new line of data in here, Barry Hall selling a new yellow boat for $100,000, you can see that the yellow boat isn't in the list. But if we use our little update macro button, you can now see that yellow boat is now in the list. So it's a really, really handy macro. It takes a little bit of time to set up, but once you have it done, everything's very automatic and will save you a lot of time in the future. Come back, see level 3. See you next time.